You seem a bit tense today.
I wonder why. Bro has fucking blood murals on his walls. I wonder why.
You seemed alarmed when I found you looking at it. You were nervous, in a way I've never known you to be.
Yes, because you have a blood mural on your wall, probably made out of blood. Surprise, surprise. Why would he not be nervous? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Lord of Mysteries, episode 6. That's right. Can you believe it? We're already on episode 6, and we're, if I'm not mistaken, assuming the season has 12 episodes, or 13, we're pretty much like halfway now. It's going to be over soon. Anyway, previously, on episode 5, we were introduced to a new character, Triss, who then became Trissy, I guess. But essentially a former hero who most likely got to hero level, his hero prestige by manipulating people's memories or something, but was found out to be a serial murderer quite quickly, and now everyone's trying to track him down. He's also with the Demoness sect, one of many groups who I guess are just big players in this world. Who knows? Do I think we're going to see him in this episode? Unlikely. It seemed like he was leaving the city at the end of the last episode, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. Let's just get into it. That's a lot of blood.
August 18th. Elizabeth called upon me to interpret a dream. Ever since her holiday in Lemut, she'd suffered chronic nightmares. In the dream, I beheld the ruins of a castle, presided over by the wraith of a knight.
There is a wraithen there.
Dream-invading wraiths are abnormally strong, so we brought along 30782 as a bulwark. The mutated sun's sacred emblem.
The emblem only needs a minute to purify spirits within a 15-meter radius. The Beyonder's soul can withstand it for 6 hours. 1 second more and you're a mindless sun-worshipping husk. 2.5 hours left. Let's speed up the search.
Sun-worshipping husk, eh? Couldn't be, right? Reminded of, you know that guy in Elden Ring? The guy who just, looks up, stares at the sun, I think, but just looks up. The guy who has like a sun head. I know the show takes a lot of inspiration from, video games and specific stories like, Jesus Christ. What was the name of that game? How have I forgotten the name of the game? The game that was made by the same guys who made Elden Ring and Dark Souls. The fucking hell, what the fuck? I've forgotten what the name of the game was. The game that never gets a remake, that everyone wants a remake of. Fuck, what? Jesus Christ, I can't. My memory really is going, Jesus. Maybe it is Alzheimer's. God, that cane is so badass.
Dust falls like snow.
Above you!
Ooh. A headless swordsman.
Requiem!
Could this be some sort of version of like a Dolahan or something?
It's remarkable remarkably
Are we gonna see
stalwart.
a horse?
Right, locate its weakness!
Uh-oh.
Found it! The right-hand gauntlet!
Nope.
Klein!
Uh-oh.
Wait, shouldn't this hurt? Of course, we're in a dream.
It's been over a minute.
It was all a dream.
That could have gone poorly.
This wraith, the roots of its resentment are deeply buried.
That follows. Wraiths this powerful, they're typically centuries old. The town's passed on plenty of folk tales about this castle, but none of them even mention wraiths. My deduction? Something recently awoke this wraith.
Based on the technique, I'd wager it's from the 4th epoch.
It's over 1,000 years old.
That fits with the castle. Its design is late 4th epoch. So this fellow then, he's probably the first lord of the castle. The first Baron of Lamut who allegedly vanished.
He looks like Professor Azek. No, that's insane. Klein's mentor can't be a 1,500-year-old monster. Don't be daft. It's just a resemblance. Azek doesn't have his cold, dead eyes.
There shouldn't be any wraiths left now. It's best to play it safe. As for this, one person will take it and stand guard. The other two can rest up. We'll do 2-hour shifts.
I'll take first watch.
Whenever they
Oh, all right.
whenever they introduce one of these artifacts, you already know it's gonna go bad. Most likely, they're gonna give it to some dumb fuck, probably this guy, this side character here, and then they'll turn into a sun-worshipping husk at some point because of something stupid that he's gonna do, or who knows.
Just shout if you need us.
Right. It's warm to the touch. The power of this thing is staggering. It's much stronger than Requiem charms. No soul is safe around it. Not much info on it, just that it was found in Intis. Why are the archives so blank? No one divined its source. Or maybe there was interference. And what about divination above the grey fog? Could it jam the interference? I'll need someplace a little more private.
Interesting.
The origin of the mutated sun sacred emblem. Wait, that symbol? Of course. It's a relic of the Church of the Eternal Blazing Sun.
Well,
That
he's
drop
gone.
of golden liquid.
So this is the truth of the Force Ghosts. We were never told how, the Jedi are able to become Force Ghosts, right? It's the God of the Sun here. They get touched by the God of the Sun, or something.
It's still so potent. Is it some advanced beyond a substance?
What the fuck? Did him touching it, bring it through into the grey fog somehow? I mean, it's still in his mind, but like this could do serious damage.
What happened? Was that the eternal blazing sun? Did I just look directly at a god? If the grey fog hadn't shielded me, there'd be nothing left of me. No more reckless divination. Who knows what horrors I'll see? Is this knowledge? White angel, the method for making a flaring sun charm. The sun pathway, unshadowed, priest of light. Do not gaze directly at a god. So much knowledge. But why? Is this some kind of reward for facing one down and surviving? Hang on. A sequence 4? That's the first high sequence formula I've obtained. The liquid. It's the blood of a god. That emblem. No one realizes how powerful it is. But I know how to harness it. Siphon it for a flaring sun charm.
Interesting.
You've done enough for today. You also need to get back before your shift is over.
I think I asked this question in the beginning when he was getting his seer sequence 9. I'm not sure if I left it in the video or not, but I asked the question of, can one person go down multiple paths at the same time? I think the clown guy had said that he was a seer previously. I don't think he was a seer anymore, which makes me think that you can at least go from one to the other, or go from one to a different one. But can you do them at the same time? Also, can you start from like sequence 4 and not have to start with sequence 9? If you have a sequence 4 potion, let's say, can you just take it, or will that completely like destroy your body? Because like that, I would imagine, like, because the potions need time to like digest, right? I feel like that amount of power might just completely destroy your body if you're not used to the previous one that came before it, right? That makes sense?
Okay, good. Everything seems fine. I need to stop courting death, you know. F around and find out. Especially with gods. I'm knackered. I would like to know what the hell a white angel is, though.
Now that the Wraith has been put to rest, the young lady in distress should be relieved of her nightmares. We'll return the sealed artifact to Blackthorn. Get some rest. Good work, Klein.
I'm not gonna lie, the blood of a god thing really reminds me of Honkai Star Rail. Not gonna lie. Especially considering this, the voice actor for Klein is Finan, right? And then we had, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say there's, you know, kind of something to do with a blood of a god in Honkai Star Rail as well, in the more recent patches. That blood is also golden, interestingly enough.
Professor Azik dug up information on Hornatius. I want the info, but I feel a bit apprehensive. I mean, it seems preposterous, but what if that was a portrait of him?
Dude, I'm so glad that this show is so good, because if this was any other anime, they would be like, oh, must be a coincidence, and then just forget about it. And I'm not even joking. That's straight up what they would do. When you see something like that, you know, in a world with all kinds of magic powers and whatever the fuck else, of like talking dogs and animals, obviously if you see a portrait from like 1,000 years ago that looks very similar to someone you know now, you'd be like, huh, that's weird. And then you'd be a little bit suspicious, because you don't know what's possible. I would 100%, like, if you asked me, if I was in this world and you asked me, hey, do you think that there exists some way to live for a very long time, I'd be like, yeah, probably. Why wouldn't there be? There's all kinds of magic, all kinds of curses, all kinds of blessings, you know, all kinds of stuff. Obviously, there would be some sort of way to you know, extend your lifespan. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised. So I'm glad that he's actually, like, considering the possibility that this might be the same guy.
Hello? Professor Isaac? I suppose he must have stepped out.
Fucking... Bro, look at the detail. Look at the detail on this shit. Holy fuck, bro. I really wonder how they do this shit. I think they are taking photographs of real runes and then, like, you know, drawing over it. I think. Or maybe they're taking photographs of real rooms and then making a 3D model out of it first, and then drawing it. Whoever is doing the backgrounds, I suppose the only thing I would say is that it's quite obvious that because the backgrounds are so detailed and everything, it makes the character obviously not, like, fit. Like, it makes the characters stand out a lot more from the background, you know? But yeah, holy shit, the backgrounds are so fucking detailed. Uh-oh. It's the castle and the sword.
Limit Castle. Was I right about them? Professor Isaac, you weren't in, but I saw this mural, and I walked in without thinking.
Yes, I've suffered odd dreams as of late. And these sketches, done in my sleep it seems.
Right.
Follow me.
Dreams?
Right. What's even the point in pretending at this point? Just tell the truth, you know, you got caught. Hook, line, and sinker, as they say. I don't even know why they say that, or how it has anything to do with anything, but hook, line, and sinker? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Monacious Mountain Peak Ruins. Wow, thank you, Professor. Guess I'll leave you to it then.
Read it here. I trust you, but it can't leave the campus. Relax. Settle in. You seem a bit tense today.
I wonder why. Bro has fucking blood murals on his walls. I wonder why.
Just, I guess. Eager to dig into this after hitting so many dead ends.
Bro, like, yeah.
Looks like the castle from my dream divination. But not as imposing. The ruins of an ancient bygone civilization are scattered across the main peak of the range. Must be the nation of the Evernight from the Antigonus Notebook. Based upon their murals, people of this fallen nation seem akin to modern humans, so we may assume they were human. They did not consider death to be the end, but believed deceased relatives would protect them at night, and it was custom to keep loved ones beside their beds for 3 nights after they passed.
No graves or crypts, and no remains. The entire nation seems to have just up and vanished, almost like they never even lived or died. We do know they feared and revered the darkness of night. Hence, the deity they worshipped, ruler of the Evernight, mother of the sky.
The ruler of the Evernight? Huh. Was it the Evernight goddess, or just a coincidence of translation?
What's wrong? You haven't touched your coffee.
I wonder why. Don't drink.
That's bitter.
Shaking my
You've
head.
always taken
Why?
one lump of sugar.
Why would you be drinking that shit? Bro, like, at this point, just be like, hey, yeah, obviously I know that you're doing some weird shit, right? I'm not gonna be drinking the coffee or tea or whatever the fuck that is that you gave me because it's probably poisoned, or at least I suspect it could be because obviously you're doing some dumb, weird shit over there with the blood. I'm sorry, but like, in no way in hell, in no circumstance would I ever drink something that someone gave me if I'm in their fucking office and they have blood on the wall. in a fucking mural, okay? Like, just no way in hell.
I've recently done some dabbling in divination, and I discovered your fate is off, riddled with disharmony.
How is it disharmonious?
It's vague, but coincidence has been pulling you to and fro. But that's the extent of my insight, I'm afraid. This castle, you've been there, haven't you? You seemed alarmed when I found you looking at it. You were nervous, in a way I've never known you to be.
Yes, because you have a blood mural on your wall, probably made out of blood. Surprise, surprise. Why would you think that he is not nervous? Why would he not be nervous?
Have uncovered my history. What did you see? I need to know. I can't remember my own past.
Your past? Stay calm. The divination you performed earlier said you'll be safe. And Azek's always treated Klein with kindness. The divination also suggested that if I help him to unearth his buried past and hide his secrets from the Nighthawks, he'll save me in the future. Could he really be some ancient transcendent creature?
There was a stable here. My most beloved steed. My son often played here. He'd run through the court dragging a broadsword taller than him. More than anything, he wished to be a knight.
A broadsword? Was the Wraith his son?
The sword.
Professor! What is this?
What? Dude, the music. Holy. Now, the problem with this is that I don't know if this is in... Because they often do this dream thing, right? Is this just a dream, or is he actually... Okay, it's a dream.
The hell just happened? Was I witnessing a dream? That coffin, sealed with magic to pacify the spirit within.
This is probably where the Wraith came from, yeah? This is where his son is buried.
We purified this castle. How are the spirits left?
What the?
What am I seeing?
The aftermaths of a war?
Something evil!
Some sort of creature that... Okay. Did he become, like, immortal due to, like, the combined spirits of all these dead people or something?
What are you, Professor?
Anathema. The fallen
Anathema. The only anathema I know is essentially a weapon to kill God, I think. Or like a weapon that was designed to kill God, I think it was. Maybe I'm misremembering. Because I'm thinking the weapon from Divinity Original Sin 2. There was a weapon called Anathema. I think it was supposed to be a weapon to like be able to kill God or something, or injure God or something. I don't know. I could be misremembering and thinking of something else, but...
The wrath is your tragedy, your torment! This is the curse of death!
Bring him down!
Dude. Jesus, it's a Titan! It's the Skull Titan. It's his fucking Susanoo. That's what I was thinking of. I'm gonna call him not Mr. Isaac anymore. He's Mr. Sasuke now. War never changes.
Isaac Eggers fought valiantly to protect our kingdom. He has thus earned the title Grand Baron of Lamud. With this nobility, he is bestowed a fiefdom and awarded the Augustus Medal of Honor.
Interesting. Interesting. I assumed all of that happened after he had a family. I suppose this is typical, you know, when someone becomes immortal. They have their romances and their families early on, and then once they experience, you know, their loved ones dying, then they kind of, you know, they start passing on future romances.
Look, Mom, when I grow up, I'm going to be a great knight, just like Father.
He had such a
Jesus
gentle
Christ.
look in his...
Bro, like, how many times do you think we're going to see this character again? Straight up, probably 0. Let's be honest. We're not going to see her again. But look how much fucking detail a complete side character that we're probably going to only see in this one flashback. Look how much detail that this character has. This character has more detail than most, I would say, isekai trash anime characters combined. And she's only going to be on the screen for like 2 seconds.
He had such a gentle look in his eyes. He's like a completely different person. Is this what happened to him?
Dead spirits.
This guy's fucking badass with the armor.
Father?
Interesting. I wonder if being around him, like, sucks their life force or something. So we left them?
My son, I only left to spare you from such misfortune.
He was sealed in alive. Who could be so cruel? His head is missing.
This looks to have only happened in the last 3 months.
It makes sense now. The ritual seal was broken, and it released your son's wraith.
Whoever took my child's skull, I will hunt them, and they will suffer.
Professor Isaac, what are you doing?
Good question. That's a lot of skulls.
They can't be found.
Fucking invisible feather again.
I will find the culprit, and perhaps you'll find peace.
I assume the invisible birds, invisible feathers
How do you feel?
have to do with the demon aspect again, because Triss was using invisibility and stuff, so I mean, who knows?
The rest is a black void. Every few decades, I fall into a deep slumber, but then I wake and my memories are gone. I retain only my name, some basic knowledge. The rest is lost to me. After a time, the dreams begin. Sometimes I have a daughter. She adores the swing I crafted for her. In other dreams, I'm a feudal lord with a beautiful wife and 3 children. I always love my family, but I'm doomed to always hurt them in the end. Every dream concludes with my forlorn departure.
That's because it's all happened, most likely.
They aren't dreams,
Yep.
but shards of past lives.
Joy is fleeting, but loneliness lingers. Is that hollow pain the sole constant in a timeless life?
I'm in your debt, Klein. Truly. You've helped me immensely, so thank you.
Those with long lives are doomed to walk side by side with loneliness. Such is the fate of those immortal.
He'll never know how much I can empathize. I'm also a stray ship, unmoored in this world. My life and my family are behind me, maybe for good. But thankfully, I do have Benson and Melissa. I can return to this safe harbor. But this still isn't my life, and I will leave someday. If my fate is to leave, I won't waste these days as Klein. I'll spend more time with the 2 of them. I'll cherish our time together, and I'll make sure I have memories to hold on to. I'm home.
I like that. I like that a lot because you know how most isekai trash shows, the protagonists are usually like, oh, I got transported or reincarnated into this new world, and I'm not even gonna try to get back to my own world. Or maybe they think about getting back at first a little bit, and then they soon just completely like, nope, don't care. And the most important thing about that is that, like, I understand, you know, you wanna have a character reincarnating, but like, one of the most interesting things would be to have this character have a family that they left behind. Imagine an isekai trash show where the main character actually had a family that they loved, that they had to leave behind in their previous world, in the modern day or whatever, right? And maybe, and the whole story could have like this underlying little background story of like the main character, the protagonist, wanting to get back to their family, in their own world, but then over the course of the entire show realizing that you can't get back. And then they have to kind of learn to let go, as it were. Right? Like, imagine how interesting that would be. I've always thought the idea of the reincarnator having family that they left behind or that they want to get back to, and actually, like, striving for that, I feel like that's so much more interesting. I've always thought that. But yeah, that was episode 6. I'm not going to talk too long about this. Video's already kind of long. But yeah, honestly, I think his storyline was surprisingly easy to follow. This Azek guy's storyline. We don't exactly know, I guess, how he turned into what he is now, other than, oh, he was one of these bodies, I guess, and then he just, I don't know, like maybe the souls of all the bodies of all these people went into him somehow or something, and then gave him a new life, an immortal life or something. Who knows? I am a little bit surprised that he didn't turn out to be a bad guy, but it is what it is. That's probably a good thing. We already have a bunch of bad guys. We also had another instance of the invisible feather. So, foreshadowing. I hope you enjoyed. That was episode 6 of Lord of Mysteries, and we shall be back next time. Until then, ladies and gents, I shall bid you adieu.